Hello to you, my cosmic dragon friends, and welcome to day 2 of the 2025 Advent calendar. It's the 2nd of December. Let's take a look at our cards today, find out what messages that our guides, angels, ancestors have for us today. So, number 40, it actually says co-create, but for some reason I read it as go create. So we're going to take that message too. Go create something. Go and do something creative. Don't get sand on your desk like I do. Okay, it's because I got shells everywhere. I'm part mermaid, you know, it's my thing. TikTok. You better get going and create something. Oh my goodness, this is interesting. And chop wood. I love that one. 42. Chop wood, carry water. Then we have the Malika of Swords, which I think is the same as the Page of Swords, if I remember rightly. The Six of Swords. Oh, wonderful. And finally, we have, through meditation, I see clearly beyond the veils of illusion. Wow. There are some really powerful messages coming through today, and that's on magical number 36, which is a magical manifesting number. Let me just move these up a bit so you can see them better. 36-9 is a very powerful number for manifesting, and the reason I call it 36-9 is because 3 and 6 equal 9, and I'm a numerologer. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Something very potent in the air today. I feel like there is a very strong reminder here. I'm going to start with the cards at the top. So, go create. That's what I read. Although I know perfectly well it's co-create. This isn't my first time using this deck. And we've got a lovely Bedford up here. Well, okay, it's a cheetah, but close enough. So we've got a very fast animal that doesn't waste any time. The cheetah is a cat that hunts using its speed to outrun its prey. So there's certainly a message connected to hurrying up, getting done, particularly with TikTok next to it. It feels like, not like time's running out, but there's a nudge here to get on with it, I would say, from spirit, from your guides, from your ancestors. And we have this owl here, which is a symbol of wisdom. Got this lovely barn owl. They can be quite vicious as well. Sorry. And they don't pull any punches. Owls, again, they're predators. So there is this sense of needing to go and get something, go and get it. Then there is this magical looking egg down here, which could be a dragon egg or something, because it not only is it huge, it's a very unusual colour as well. Something is waiting to be born. Something is waiting here in the wings. It's time to crack out of the egg. It's almost like a little face on the egg here as well. There are often faces hidden in things in these cards. Where it sat on the wall kind of reminds me of Humpty Dumpty. So that could be a connection for someone. Maybe it's time to write a children's book, you know, or children's songs. There's also some sort of epic scene on this building here that the cheetah is sat on. So there's a connection to ancient wisdom here, which I'm finding very, very interesting. I kind of want to zoom in on this card, but I probably have got a magnifying glass in here, actually, knowing me. But I'm not going to do that in just a second. Fascinating, very, very interesting. See what you see in this image. See what jumps out to you from this picture. And then on number 40. Now 40 is a very interesting number because it is the number of viability. So something that you might have wanted to do for a long time seems like it's coming to a point where you can actually do it. Even if you've tried in the past and it didn't work out, it was only because the timing wasn't quite right. It may be time to start that creative project, to move into a creative business, or to start marketing or selling creative products, drawings, artwork, you know, books, writing, singing, music. There's something very magical waiting here in the wings, waiting to be seen. Waiting in the barn owl's wings, I want to say. And you're being guided by wisdom here to hurry up and to use speed. Speed will be on your side. With the owl, I always think of the goddess Athena, the goddess of wisdom. She was also the goddess of the arts, I think, and of war. So make of that what you will. But TikTok, you don't have forever. This lifetime doesn't last forever. You know, there will be others for sure, but there's no reason that you can't do what you would like to do in this lifetime. While we are here, we have limited time. You might as well do the thing and see what happens. It doesn't matter if you fail, okay? the chances are, if you're doing something a little bit unusual, you're going to fail, possibly several times, possibly many times until you get it right. And that's okay. And that's something I've learned as a business owner. You know, yes, you will get things wrong many, many times over. Yes, you will fail. Things won't work out like you wanted them to, but you have to learn and move on. Every overnight success that you see usually comes from 10, 15, 20 years of failures beforehand. It's not that simple, you know, unless you're a Nepo baby or something. It's not like that for most of us. So there is this hot air balloon lifting the pocket watch up. It's almost like it's smashing through time. It's saying, hurry up, we got to get going. Like it's pulling, wants to start the journey, wants to start a new reality on number 30, which is all about new blueprints, new ideas, new plan for life. It's time to start something new, even if you're not sure what it's going to look like yet. So for many people, there is a very important nudge coming in here to get on with it. What that creative project is, whatever it is, do it. Get on with it. Even if it's just learning something new and you're not at the stage of marketing or selling anything, doesn't matter. Do the creative thing that's been nagging at you, that's been bothering you, that you've wanted to do all of this time, because the time is now and something very special, I think, is going to happen for people. And it doesn't necessarily mean that everything changes all at once, however. Now, this is important with the chop wood card. This is kind of a bringing us back down to earth energy with the chop wood card. And I love this because it always reminds me of the saying that Chrissy Sawyer always says, which is, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. So even if you're enlightened, you still have to eat. You still have to chop wood for the fire. You still have to get water for the stove and for drinking. We still have to go through human experiences, even though we may be ascending spiritually in this lifetime, learning important lessons, gaining new spiritual skills, spiritual insights. We still have to take care of the physical body. So while there is this excitement of something new that wants to get going, there is still a reminder that you're still human and you have to make sure that you're eating enough, that you're drinking water, that you're taking care of yourself, that you're paying your bills, keeping your heating on, you know, keeping a roof over your head. So not to go mad with it at the same time, because there is this real sense of rush, and it is very, very possible to make rash, silly decisions when we're feeling the push. But the push is there for good reason. There's something wonderful for you to create. So that will be personal and individual to each individual person. So the Malika of Swords, interesting. So I love this card. Isn't she beautiful? So the Page of Swords is the student. She is quick-witted, she is clever, she wants to learn something new. So there's certainly this sense of newness and learning something new and moving on to something different in your life here with the Six of Swords, which is all about landing on sorry, just choking myself then. In a new territory, landing in a new land, going somewhere else, metaphorically starting something new. So it is about new beginnings, but positive new beginnings and leaving the negativity behind you. So it could be a change of job for some people, or it could just be a nudge to change some things about your environment, about your lifestyle. Get rid of some things that aren't working or people that no longer fit in your life and move on to calmer waters, I want to say. But there's certainly an opportunity here to learn something new. So it could be a course of study, it could be something formal or informal, really doesn't matter. But you are being nudged to go in that direction, and with a certain sense of urgency as well, because swords can have quite a fast speed. And here with the Page of Swords, it's the card that precedes the Knight. The Knight of Swords is someone who rushes. He does things quickly. He's a little bit rash. So there is this sense of almost being at that energy of being rash here, because each card carries a little bit of the card that follows it. Just like in numerology, all the numbers carry a little bit of the energy of the number that precedes them and the number that follows. So wow, through meditation, I see clearly beyond the veils of illusion. So there is absolutely a push to go deeper into your spirituality through all of this as well. So whatever the activity is, it might be that, I don't know, maybe you've designed a tarot deck, maybe you want to start giving readings, maybe you want to learn how to do readings or healing or, you know, Reiki. Whatever it is that you're being nudged to do, you know, I said something creative because it does feel very creative, but remember the psychic arts are very creative too. And they use, for me, it kind of uses a very similar aspect of me than my creativity. It's very, very, very connected, and it's kind of difficult to explain why, but it is. So just trust me on this one. There's also a nudge to to actually meditate here, or to remember to meditate, to do your spiritual work, your spiritual practice, whatever that is that works for you. And you don't have to go back to old spiritual practice that perhaps you found you weren't getting very much out of. Yeah, I mean, that could be a religion that you come from and it just doesn't kind of chime for you anymore. Well, fine, move on and find something that does, because the veils of illusion are being cleared now. We have the full moon energy. The full moon illuminates that which has been hidden from us. Actually, let's have a look. When is the next full moon according to my calendar? It is on Thursday, so we are actually coming up to a full moon. So there is a suggestion here that the full moon is really going to highlight what needs to go, what needs to change in your life. The projects that you should be starting and the ones that you should be leaving behind will be highlighted. So with the full moon energy, we will feel and sense it the day before and the day after. So you will be feeling it from tomorrow, the 3rd, up until the 5th, which is Friday, I think. Hang on. Yeah, Friday. So, yeah. Lost track of days then. I have trouble with days sometimes, knowing what date it is. It's the 2nd today. So the 3rd, 4th and 5th, we're going to be getting some of this clarity, some nudges, some spirit pointing some things out to us, going, maybe you don't want to do that anymore. Or you could already have the wheels in motion. You may be starting a new job. You know, you may be moving on to pastures new, which is very, very exciting. So there is certainly a big message of potential change, but to pay attention to the nudges that you get from the spirit world, from the universe, from your guides, your angels, your ancestors, because they are trying to point you in a new direction right now to get you going on something that will be far more enjoyable than what you've been doing before, far less stressful, because that is the life that they want for you. But remember that no matter how holy or enlightened that we think we are, we still have to take care of the essentials and take care of our physical body. So if you're not doing that, that's a little finger wagging for you there. So I hope that was helpful to you, my friends. I hope that was enjoyable. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. You can also hype this video if you're on a mobile device. It doesn't work on desktop as yet. It only seems to work on phones as far as I can tell. But if you use the hype function, it puts my video on a leaderboard, which is really exciting and makes it more likely for other people to find it. So I'd really appreciate it if you could do that. That would be very helpful. But please do all the usual things, like, comment, subscribe. And if you would like to book a reading, my diary for December is open. You can book at angelwingsholistics.com and the link for that is in the description below. See you all later. Come back tomorrow for day 3. Bye.